Tresser!
What? What is it?
Noah isn't here.
What?
Tresser, he left last night and he hasn't come home since.
Are you sure?
Yes, I'm sure. I checked all the rooms.
Did you try calling
I
him?
did. He left his phone here.
Maybe he came home and left early.
It's 6 a.m.
Exactly. Hi, Rain, Tresser. Why is everyone?
Noah didn't come home last night.
That's like that's fine, right? I mean, he would have crashed at Simon's or something, right?
Maybe that's where he is. Maybe he's at Raven's.
I tried calling, but they didn't pick up.
Maybe it's because they know it's us calling.
Why wouldn't they pick up if they know it's us calling? Did something happen last night?
I'm gonna check Simon's. Stay here and call every other contact he has other than Raven. If he doesn't want to be found, maybe he's staying over at one of their houses instead.
Why wouldn't he want to? What's going on?
Listen, I'll explain everything once we sort this out. He's gonna be okay. I promise.
Oh, good. You're awake. I was starting to worry maybe bringing you here instead of a hospital was probably not the best idea.
Who are you?
It's okay. I come in peace.
Where am I?
Can you tell me your name?
Can you tell me your name?
My name is Faye. That's Dahlia. Black Dahlia. Now can you tell me yours?
Noah.
It's nice to meet you, Noah. Do you remember what happened last night?
Yeah. I was attacked by a bunch of guys.
Can you tell me what day it is? Full date.
Wednesday. November 9th, 2016.
Close. It's Thursday.
Wait, what? What time is it?
I don't know. 7?
Sorry, but I gotta go. She must be scared out of her mind right now.
Easy. Who's she?
My sister.
Do you know her number?
Not by heart, no.
Hide behind the closet, now.
What? What are you doing? What's going on?
Shut up! Morning.
Simon!
What now?
Is he here?
Is who here?
Simon!
You know what? It doesn't matter. The bar isn't open yet and won't be for another 2 hours, so you can show yourself out.
Raven. What's wrong? Are you okay?
Did Noah come here last night?
Not that I know of.
No, he didn't.
Are you sure you didn't see him?
Yes, I'm sure.
Raven, so help me God. If you're covering for him.
I didn't see him.
If she says she didn't see him, she didn't see him. Why?
Jonah and Noah, they got into a fight last night.
What?
Noah, he got beaten up pretty bad.
God damn it, Jonah.
He stormed out, and he hasn't come home since.
Did you try calling his phone?
He didn't take it with him.
Did you try his friends?
Rain is going through his contacts right now.
Come on. I'll help you look for him.
I'm coming too.
You stay here.
I can help.
You can help by staying put in case he comes back here. What do you mean he left?
I mean, he left, packed up his things, and went.
But he's coming back, right? He has to.
He packed his clothes, his shoes, everything. Even the jar of money he's been saving for that concert next June, the, park something.
Yeah, but that doesn't mean he's left for good. He could still come back.
He also wrote a letter.
Between the woods we dance. Between the woods we
I can't believe this.
So you really didn't know anything? He didn't say anything to you about this?
No, of course not. I would never stand by and let him leave you like that.
hasn't happened. Hasn't happened. Between the wars we'll stay.
You need to eat.
Fading echoes spin.
You can ignore me all you want. You still need to eat something.
Lost in memory. In memory.
I'm gonna look around the neighborhood, see if I can help Tresser's search. Let us know if he comes back home or if you need anything.
Don't wake me, don't take me yet. Don't wake me, don't take me yet.
Hi, you've reached Tressa Rivers. Obviously,
God
you
damn
can
it.
probably tell by now I can't get to the phone right now, but you can leave a message and I'll get to you as soon as I can. Thank you.
Tresser, pick up the fucking phone. I am not gonna ask you again. I'm coming over. Are you fucking kidding me? It's 8 a.m. for crying out loud.
I could say the same to you.
Noah? Get out.
I was hoping you didn't hear.
What the fuck is wrong with you?
All right, that's enough.
Get your hands off of me!
Look, I was drunk.
No!
And
No! You do not get to do that! You do not get to fuck up and then use drinking as a way to defend yourself.
I'm not trying to defend myself.
You did what you did because you're the same low-life piece of shit you've always been, and I will not stand here and let you use alcohol as an excuse to get away with it again.
You're right. I fucked up. I'm sorry.
Not the one you should be apologizing to.
I know. That's why I'm here. I need your help finding Noah.
How can I help?
I've already looked everywhere obvious, and I bet Tresser has too. You're his best friend. You know him better than anyone else, definitely better than I do. You must know some other place he would go to, right? Places no one else would think of.
I know a couple.
There we go.
Wait. What if he comes here?
You and I both know that if he wanted to come here, he would have been here the moment he stepped out of the house.
Okay, yeah, I do love this song.
See? You should let me control the music more often.
Oh, don't get cocky now. It's only the first song.
You'll like the rest.
Ooh, don't you sound confident.
I know what you like.
It's getting late. You should get going.
It's only 9.
It's fine, I really should be going. Simon's probably home from work by now.
I'll drop you off.
It's okay.
Are you sure?
I'm sure. I'll see you tomorrow.
What's tomorrow?
I start training her.
For what?
She's going to start working at Simon's.
Seriously? Well, can't he just, train her himself?
I mean, he's pretty busy. What's the problem?
I'm just worried about you. I just see the way that you look at her.
Tress, you worry too much. You realize that, don't you?
I do. And it's the worst. But I can't help it. I just don't want to see you get hurt.
I won't. I promise. I need to get out of here.
I know how this looks.
It looks like you're living with one of the guys who beat the crap out of me last night.
Technically, he didn't. Yes, he did tip off the guys who did, but he never actually laid his hands on you.
What is this? How do you know him?
His name is Benji, and he's my brother.
Your brother?
Be quiet. He'll hear you.
Okay, now I really need to get the fuck out of here.
He'll leave for class in a few minutes. Just wait it out. Please.
I can only imagine what's going on in your head right now.
Who died?
What?
You were at the vigil, weren't you? Who did my dad kill?
My dad.
I'm sorry.
I know. And since we're apologizing on behalf of our family members, I'm sorry for my brother. And I'm not trying to make excuses for him. What he did to you, it was unjustifiable. He's just... Mom left us shortly after he was born. Dad was all he ever knew. And he's just a kid, barely 18 years old. To have his life turned upside down like this.
I know the feeling.
Stay put. I'll go check if he's gone. Coast is clear. Let's take you home.
What are you doing here?
After what happened yesterday, I was worried. You've been ignoring my texts. And then when you didn't show up to class...
I did not show up to class because of what happened yesterday.
Oh. Is something else going on, or...?
Noah hasn't been home since last night. He got into a big fight with Jonah and hasn't been home since.
Oh, well, that's fine. He must be crushing over at one of his friends.
I called his friends. He's not there.
Maybe they're covering for him?
No, he wouldn't do that to me. He wouldn't leave me to worry about him. He wouldn't disappear for so long, not without letting me know he's okay.
If it makes you feel any better, he's most likely not dead.
What?
I'm saying it's a small town. If he's dead, they would have already found his body by now.
Is this your attempt at making me feel better?
I got you to laugh, didn't I? I'm sorry about yesterday.
Don't do that. Don't apologize for what someone else did.
She would have left you alone if I just...
This is not on you, Bellamy. I was just upset yesterday. I wanted someone to blame, and you were just there. After everything my family and I have gone through the past week, you'd think I'd know better than to do it to someone else.
Hey. It's okay. I'm happy to be your punching bag, Rivers. Any day of the week. Do you want me to skip class? I can keep you company until your brother shows up.
No, it's fine. You should go.
All right. I'll pick you up tomorrow?
No. You're really sweet, Bellamy. You make me laugh, and you just... When I'm with you, I forget about the world and everything that's happening around me, even if it's just for a little while. But whatever it is that's going on between you and Marley...
Rain, I swear to you, it is over between the two of us.
I overheard you two the other day, when I was dropping your jacket. You guys had slept together.
That was one night.
I'm not trying to call you out as a liar, Bellamy. I believe you. Or at least, I believe that to you it is over. But it isn't to her. And as long as there's something happening between the two of you, nothing can happen between the two of us.
I'll talk to her.
I'll be waiting.
Can you at least update me about your brother? I'd feel a whole lot better knowing you're not here alone all day thinking he's dead somewhere.
I will. Thank you.
Tresser already thinks that there's something going on between the two of us. You showing up here all the time, unannounced, does not help.
I'm just checking up on you.
Exactly. You're my spokeswoman, Jordan. It is not your job to check up on me.
Yeah, well, I was your friend first.
Oh, please.
So she was over last night. Did you talk to her?
Are you asking me as my spokeswoman or as my friend?
I'm your friend first.
I couldn't.
The longer you take to tell her, the harder it's gonna be.
It's already hard enough as it is.
It doesn't need to be. If you just let her in on the situation, then...
You don't get it. Tresser is the most selfless, caring person I know. The past 10 years, I have watched her give away everything she's ever had, over and over again, without hesitation. She'd trade her own happiness for the sake of someone else's. When you approached her about the elections, she was ready to give up our engagement to make sure I keep my shot at a job she knew for a fact I never wanted, at the off chance that I might. So can you imagine what she'd do when she finds out everything that's at stake this time around? I'm not ready to lose her.
Can I join you?
Is it getting better? Do I feel the same? Will it make it easier on me now?
I've got you something.
I've got someone to blame. You say
What is this?
I had to put the Lincoln Park money to some use now that my +1 has literally fled the country. It's not the best phone there is, but you can call me whenever you need
I
something.
can't accept this.
Mom and Sid insisted I add their numbers too, so you can also call either one of them whenever you need to. Sid says she's available to drive you guys to school and back, or wherever else whenever you need it. She's moving soon, but I'll be getting her car, so the offer still stands. Mom says as long as there's food on our table, there's food on yours. She also says, well, insists, that you drop Rain off whenever you need to, even if it's for a whole day. Sid's just hoping this means she's going to stop nagging her and Izzy for a grandchild.
This is all too much.
You're 13 years old, Tresser. As tough as you are, you can't do this alone.
I don't know what to say.
Jonah has always been the closest thing I've ever had to a brother. That makes the three of you my family, which makes my family yours.
Thank you.
You seriously think he spent the night here?
I know it's a stretch, but we've already looked everywhere else I could think of. And this is his go-to place when he wants to be alone.
I highly doubt he's here.
There's only one way to find out. You coming?
I think I'm gonna sit this one out.
more than a lie. Gave you nothing. Not the same. We hurt each other. Do it again. You say
Noah!
love is a temple.
Noah!
I don't think you're supposed to yell in a cemetery.
I thought you were going to sit this one out.
Last time I stepped foot in here was the day we buried her. In some twist of fate, it was her being buried while I just stood there watching, alive. It was barely even a scratch. 15 years later, I come back and beat the shit out of my brother. And then he gets kicked out of his house because of it. And here I am again with barely a scratch.
In case you haven't noticed, Jonah, this isn't about you. We don't have time for your long overdue reflective bullshit or whatever it is you're trying to do here. You can stay here if you want to. I'm going to keep looking.
Where's Jonah? I guess Jonah couldn't keep his mouth shut.
At least she ate. You should too.
You didn't eat either?
Then I'll fix up something for the both of us.
Tresser, pick up the fucking
We've got
phone.
some
I
leftover
am not gonna
breakfast.
He's just worried.
That's me. Right around the corner.
All right. Now, not to pat myself on the back or anything, but I think I did a pretty banging job keeping you in one piece. But I'd still get myself checked out at a hospital if I were you. Have a professional take a look at you?
I don't think my sisters would have it any other way. But for what it's worth, I would have settled for your checkup.
Then you, my friend, are very, very careless. Trusting a stranger with your life like that?
Says the girl who trusted a stranger enough to let him sleep in her bed.
I guess we're both very careless people. All right. Well, I'll see you around, maybe.
Yeah. Hey, Faye? I work at Simon's Bar, a couple of blocks from here.
Yeah, I know it.
You should drop by sometime.
I'm not much of a drinker.
We don't have to drink.
I'll see you around then.
It's love alive.